Hello everyone and welcome to my 100% Luma Island farm tour. I have put 194-ish hours into the game and we're about to roll on to day 403. So I'm going to take you along and show you everything I've done with my farm during this save. So on the left side, this goes towards the farm temple. I've just put a little arch there and some pathing, and there's our little ghosty friend over there. Got a little scooter which you can travel to town with, or you could just use it as decoration. But that's been quite handy just to go directly to the town. And then on the right side, we've got this little workstation. So we've just got all the smelters and the furnaces and the workbenches and whatnot. So a little bit of multiple different professions, workstations in this little area, just right at the front. And then on the left side again, we've got the castle, which has like the three teleports in there. And here, like behind the castle, I've got this fenced area where I keep all my Lumas. Oh, we've just turned over to a new day. Oh, and it's raining. Yeah, so I've just got all my Lumas, I've got some goats, and I've got some chickens as well. So they're just all hanging out here, and I've kind of neglected this area a little bit. We've got quite a bit of trees growing over here, but that's okay. And then just over here as well, I've got the three cats that you can unlock in the game. So they've just got a little section here. Then going back to the right side, when you first come in, I've got all my trophies for the 7 professions that you master throughout the game. So I've just got this little setup here for them. And then we've just got some lovely pink roses over here. I've got all the knights lined up over here, just decoration for funsies. There's a little gate that goes into that area over there. And then I've got like a decorative tree and some benches there. And then we come behind the caravan that you first start with, or little trailer. And this is my cooking station, so I've got all my stoves, and I've got the flour mill, the oil mill, the sugar mill, and the chocolate one. And I do have my little fishing setup there as well. It kind of worked with the sort of cooking area, I suppose. And then I've just got a little chair and umbrella there. And then we've just got this little section that leads into the farm mines. And then I've got a little gate that goes down out here, which I haven't really done too much with the beach, but I've got a little arch there just to break it up a bit. And then I do have some chairs and umbrellas along here, but yeah, I haven't really done too much with that area. And then over here, this was my treasure hunting area. So all the things that I needed for treasure hunting I've got there. I'll just come back up over here. And then we've got a few different entrances to get to the main area. There's a gate over here and there's a gate to the side there on the right. So 2 entrances, sorry. But yeah, this takes us into the main area of the farm, which is where all my crops are. So I've got the 7x7 sprinklers here. When I was placing them down, I really only had the resources for the 7x7, so I did that, and then I never went back and upgraded them to the 9x9s. This just worked for me, so I was happy to keep it as is. So I've got my strawberries, I've got my wheat, we've got some blueberries, grapes, corn, tomatoes, some sunflowers, we've got chilies, we've got the sugar canes, eggplants, kiwi fruit, pumpkins, and back there, which we'll come back to, there's potatoes and there's watermelons. Yeah, so this is all the main crops area, and then I've got my chickens and my rabbits, and they help with the bugs and the weeds. And then I've got my dogs over here in this little section, which I do have a little thing here. I'm just gonna pick that up. Okay, anyway, moving on. Yeah, so I've got all my crops, and then I've got all my fruit trees, or like crop trees. So I've just got them all lined up here. So we've got like the apples, oranges, cherries, star fruit, the almond tree, the cocoa beans, the coffee, mangoes. Oh, we've got some milk over here. So I've got my cows over here in this little section. And then I've also got my pigs over here as well. And I did get the pirate pig. And then leading up here, we've got a little piggy exploring up here. I did put some lights up, little lanterns, some little flowers, and a little chair that she can come in and sit on. There we go, she's sitting. So this gives us a good sort of look around the farm, so you can see all the crops and things. So much more to explore. And here's just an overview very quickly. Yeah, okay, so moving on. There is still so much to see. I'm very, very happy with how this has all turned out. Yep, so we're back where the Luma pen is, and then in here I'm so happy with this little area. This is like a little community sort of area. I guess is the vibe I was going for. So we've got like the gazebo, there's another little bike that can take us into the town. We've got lots of pretty flowers, we've got some goat pens just to help with the weeds. When I didn't really have much pathing happening over here, but now I do have quite a lot of pathing. I've got a couple of swings, there's a water mill there, we've got like a decorative carousel, and we've got some seesaws here, and then we've got a little decorative stall here. So it's little community vibes. Like, I really like it. I was really happy with how this came together. Then we've just got like a little fountain and benches there, and then up here, if we climb up the ladder, we have another little bench that we can sit down at, and I've just added some little flowers as decoration so we can climb back down. Oh, and then I've got like a little wagon there. Okay, and then yep, so that leads us back to where all the trees are, the crop trees. This is one of the first mega structures. There's 7. So we've got the general store, and then up here I've just got a little table and bench. A lot of my decorations is like flowers, lights, benches. So you'll see a lot of them throughout the build. Yeah, so lots of flowers there, little general store, mega structure there. We've got a bit of trees happening over here. I haven't really been maintaining them too much. In a bit, we've got some goats here and a truck, which we can also use to take to the town. Yep, so this leads us back to the crop trees, and then we've also got a little gate over here. And then this little section, I have another Luma pen, so I doubled up on my Lumas because I found that was easier to get Luma energy a lot quicker, was to have multiples of my Lumas. So I've got one set of Lumas at the front, and then I've got some Lumas at the back here. So we've just got like a tent there, the Luma nests. If we come up here, this is another little, I'm happy with the whole build, but I really like this section as well. This is another little community build. So we've got like some benches and table and chairs, umbrella. It's very cute. I really like this. And then yeah, over here we have the villa, which has the 2 teleports. And then I've just got, yeah, a couple of goat pens here, and then all my Lumas, they're running around over here. And then if we take this gate, yeah, here is the watermelons and the potatoes. And then I have a second sort of workspace because I got tired of running backwards and forwards. So you're going to notice I've got some work spaces like throughout the farm. This was the second one, and that became quite useful, having it sort of in the middle there, so I wouldn't have to keep running right to the front of the the farm every time I needed to craft things. But then it got to the point where I just started leaving workbenches everywhere. I got lazy. Anyway, yeah, so this leads out to the back of the farm. So I've got some pathing over here, nothing too crazy. We've got another little chair, so we've got a little rocking chair there that we can sit and chill at. And then this just takes us to the back here where you can get some copper ores, so nothing too crazy happening over there. And then if we come over this way, we've got the farm puzzle over here, and then through here is where we can get to the mushroom man. So I've got a bench over there, some little lanterns. All my light sources are the lanterns. I did have the lamp posts, but then I needed a lot of screws, and the lamp posts use screws, so I ended up taking away the lamp posts and replacing them with lanterns. And then I just never fixed that back up and put lamp posts. I'm quite happy for it just to be lanterns throughout the farm. Here is one of the other mega structures. This is the Stonehenge, so we can actually walk through this. And then I've just got some lovely roses, and I do have some lanterns through the roses, and it looks very pretty at night. So those will be turning on soon, and we can see what it looks like lit up in the dark. This is another mega structure. This is the farm shop, and then we've also got the Stargate. That was the first mega structure that I put together, the Stargate, so I've just got it sitting here. Fortunately we can't go through it, so we do have to go around, but that's fine. And then up here we've just got another little fountain and a couple of benches. And then if we just come through here, let's go around. Okay, so up here we kind of go into another sort of like community style setting that I was going for. Lots of pretty rose bushes, flower bushes. They're all lit up now with the lanterns sort of behind them. You can see I got lazy and I got some crafting stations there. And then up here we've got a little beehive section, so this just gave me like an extra little bit of income getting the honey. Yeah, so that's that little section. I'm very happy with how it's coming together. And then through here we've got all the lovely statues, which I think this just looks very pretty. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. And then I've got like a little decorative tree, little garden section there. These are decoration trees and flowers, so that's just in there. Yeah, and that leads to the little community area again. And then we've got another little scooter, got another little decorative stall, got some more crafting stations because I got lazy. I didn't want to have to keep running to certain areas. I just started sticking them down everywhere wherever I was currently like building and decorating. I've got my decorative cannon and an anchor there. Very proud of where that's sitting. I think it just looks really good. And then yeah, didn't really do too much here, just flowers that led down to here, and then another arch. Didn't do anything in this area at all, but I wanted that little bit of like separation between zones, so that's that. And if we come back up this way, I have another mega structure. This is the obsolete, and then you get like a nice view of everything as well from here. And then if we go down this way, we have, oh, actually maybe we should go back this way. I've missed something. I've missed something major. We have another mega structure, which is the fountain. So love this. It's very pretty. I got a couple of benches. Okay, now we'll come back. So down here we've just got some chairs over there, another bench, more flowers. That was the most of my decorations is flowers. Flowers and benches and lights. Another bench there, another bike to get into town. Got a well over there, another decorative tree and a bench. And then coming down this way, this is my sort of brewing station. So I've got all the casks there. And then I've got another mega structure, which is the rocket, which you can't even see it all in frame, but yeah, there we go. There's the rocket. Again, some more crafting stations. Just sneakily staying in the zone. I've got some coffee trees here because I needed to brew a lot of coffee at one point, so I wanted to add some extra coffee trees somewhere. So I placed them there and I just kept them there. And then we've got the little cottage here, which is one of the first buildings that you can build. Well, it's the first building out of the three. You've got the cottage, the villa, and the castle. It kind of gave me beach vibes, so I decided to put it closer to the beach area. And I think that's basically it for my farm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have covered everything now. I'm so happy with how this build came together. I'm so sad that my adventure with Luma Island has come to an end. For now, there has been an announcement for a pirates expansion that's coming out soon. It's like a free update that's coming soon, so that's very exciting. I can't wait to come back and play that because we get like a pirate's profession, and just yeah, more things to explore. We get a new map as well, so that's fun. And I'm just doing a little overview of everything. Yeah, this has been such a fun journey. I was playing it on Twitch, so if you want to catch me playing some cozy games on Twitch, I will leave that in the bio below. But yeah, thank you for coming on tour with me and letting me share my farm. I'm so proud of it, and I wanted to share it and just share like how I decorated it. Maybe it'll give you ideas on how to decorate, or yeah, maybe you just like looking at farm tours. I know I do. I love looking at farm tours, especially after I've like completed my farm. Like I love to see everyone's ideas and how they go about decorating their farm. So I'm definitely keen to check out other people's videos on Luma Island and see how they did it. But yeah, I'm very proud with how this came together. I don't think I'm like that much of a creative person, but I'm really proud of this. So thanks again for hanging out. Stay tuned for when I deck out another farm on some cozy game. I did do a farm tour on my time at Portia like a few years back, that I was very proud of. So that is still on my channel if you want to check it out. I am currently playing My Time at Sandrock, so eventually there will be a tour there as well, because I really enjoyed building on Sandrock, so on Porsche, sorry, so I can't wait to do that again on Sandrock. And then My Time at Evershine, when that comes out, that's exciting. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling, I'm gonna go now. Thanks again for hanging out. I hope this gives you a little bit of inspiration for your builds, or if you just enjoy watching these videos, I hope you enjoyed this one. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye bye. Thanks for hanging out.